Welcome to another tutorial video. This time around we are learning how I cut this princess tube dress. So I've actually thought on how to cut a princess princess cut dress before, but this time around we are learning how to cut a tube dress with this stylish gown. You can see how fitted this dress is on me. The net part is actually separate from the tube dress. It's a three-piece dress, but I'm only teaching how to cut this front part of the tube dress with the stylish flap on it on the down part of the dress. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, like and share this video. So our measurements are shoulder 8, neckline 10, bust 37, under bust 32, waist 30, hip 40, nipple point 11, breast length 14, half length 17 and half, full length 31, hip line 24. So remember, when doing a princess dart, we normally add 3 inches each from the bust, under bust and waist, but this time around we are folding with our hip plus 4 inches extra. Yeah, because this is like almost is more than your waistline. You understand? It's like below your waist, so that's it. So the next thing we are doing is to take our full length, which is 31, because of the extra piece that went down. So after that we'll take our nipple point, breast length and half length. That's our length measurements: nipple point, breast length, half length, and below the waistline. That's the actual length of your dress. Yeah, so we just take mark out all your length measurements, and this last place I'm marking is the actual length of our dress. The reason for the extra is for the flap that went down, that flap stuff that went down. That's why that extra length is there for now. Then what we folded with is the highest width measurement plus 4 inches. Yeah, so the next thing we are doing is to take our darts. That's how, remember how we calculate for our darts: our waist divided by 8 plus half inch. So you just mark it all through like so. Mark it all through like so. Now that we've done that, we know that we'll just have to focus from our waist, from our bust to our waist for now. Okay, so and the reason why we are doing that is that we are using our bust measurement to go down to our waist point. Yes, our bust is 9 1/4, so we're adding 3 inches to it, remember. So that's what we are using to our waist down. We just mark it to the waist. That's the actual half length. Yes, let's use the half length, the actual half length. So after marking that, the next thing you do now is to come down to your under bust. That's your dart measurement. You will bring it out on that line you just mark as your bust width. You mark from there and then come in to mark your actual under bust. Do the same thing on the waist. Then now you can connect it together. Now once you've connected it, that small gap there, you check what it is, then you are going to place it on that down below. So if that point is supposed to be your hip, that's if the dress is reaching your hip, that is where you mark it, then you draw it straight down. So now that you've connected the line, the next thing we want to do is what we have on our dart, we are going to bring it out. But not the way we did for other places. What we will do is to place that 4¼ on the line we just connected, then mark out the remaining measurements for our below waist. This is the same thing you do if it is your hip that is on that point. So now you can now connect. Now that we've connected it, we'll come to our bust dart. We'll mark 1 inch below, then use our curve ruler to connect it like so, and that's it. The next thing we are going to do now is to come up the upper part of our dress, mark our shoulder, which is 8 inches. On the shoulder point, we will mark our armhole. Our armhole is 9 inches. So we'll make sure it's correct. Then we are going to connect the armhole line. Connect our armhole line. Now after connecting our armhole line, we'll come down to meet with our bust on a straight line. Then on that armhole, we'll now mark in our allowance. Then our armhole line, we are going to mark ½ point. After marking the ½ point, come on that point, go up by half and go down by half. So now use your curve ruler to connect your bust to your armhole. You can see the way I'm connecting them. Connect your lines just as I'm doing it. Okay guys, you can see what we have here. So now that this is a tube dress, we'll just mark our first neckline, which is our actual neckline. Then the other neckline is the one that you mark so that your bust will not be showing. That's the part that will be above your bust. So now you connect it from the armhole to the second neckline, so that you can now connect from there to the first neckline. Yeah, as you can see, we've done that now. And then on this our lines, just come in by 2 inches and then go straight to your bust, so that you can get your bust snatching. This is for you to be able to get bust snatching, so that the bust will not be falling off, to be holding on your chest. Yeah, so let's just draw that straight line so that we can be able to cut. And then this is actually how you get your princess cuts, whatever cut you are doing. Yeah, anything related to princess cuts pattern, this is how you do it, mostly if it is getting to the hip point. If it's getting to the hip point. So now that we've done this, we'll just have to cut out. Remember, our actual measurement is stopping on this tape line, this yellow tape line. The reason why we went down is so that we can have the spacing for that flap that went down. So after we've cut this, we'll just open it up so that we can now cut out that flap and then have our actual measurements with us. So let's remove all the excesses. This is how we cut. You can see what I'm doing. Just make sure you're cutting properly. So guys, now that we've cut it out, we'll just place it open so that you will understand what I'm saying. You figure out what I'm saying. Now we've opened it. We need, what we mostly need is the center point, but I'm just showing you how everything together looks so that you will understand. Now the center frame of this dress, we will come in down below by 2 inch and mark, and then connect it from the side to that point. I'm going to use our ruler to connect from the side to that point, just as I'm doing. Understand that this is because our dress has an extra style on it. If not, we will just be stopping on our cutting. Then we'll look for the midpoint of this, and then down below we are going in by 1/2 inch, and then we'll connect that midpoint to that 1/2 inch we just marked. Okay, now that we've gotten what we are looking for, we will now scrap out the remaining parts, the whole excesses that came out from this dress. We're going to now cut it off. So like I told you, from the yellow line below, we didn't need the point, but why we cut it is so that we don't have to make a mistake. That's why we had to cut it open and then open it up before we will now cut out that place out. So that's just what we are going to do here basically, now that we've seen what we are looking for. So now I've cut that one out. I'll now also cut the center part. All this place I mark X are the sides that are going off. So this is how to just figure out a dress with extra styles. So this is actually what we are using to work, and we are done. Cut the back pattern and sew your dress. Like, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. You can go to my princess cut tutorial so that you can see the way I cut the back pattern of a princess. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. This is me rocking the dress and dancing.